Okay, music off, music's off, show is on. Hello, everyone. Happy to have you with us. We're TaiyangNews, a PV news platform, focusing mostly on technology. My name is Michael Schmiller. I'm the managing director of TaiyangNews, and I'm happy to have you today for our last event, our High Efficiency Solar Technologies Conference. This is our flagship events stretching over 4 days. Last week we had 2 days, one covering TopCon, the other one HJT. Since so much is happening in TopCon these days, we have 2 TopCon days, one today, and then tomorrow will be the final day where we will look into back contact, XBC and its generation technology. Thanks to the sponsors of this event. Our mission is to provide in-depth technology information for free to as many people as possible in the sector, to help educate what's going on in this segment regarding technology. And all these sponsors allow us to do that, to accomplish that mission. So what I would like to do before I go into the program, I think simply because we already had one TopCon day, and I'm not sure if everyone was there, and since it is already 1 week ago and so much is happening these days, I just wanted to quickly summarize the key takeaways. If oops, and here they are. So I hope you can see my screen here. Let me just go and presentation. Yes, here we are. Okay, first presentation was given by Bloomberg. They gave a big market overview. You all know the numbers, over 400 gigawatt to be expected. We installed that year. Next year, growth continues, but on a lower level. But I think since the focus was TopCon of that day, I just
Michael, can you go on full presentation mode? It's not appearing.
Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Okay, here we go. Okay, so since it was on TopCon, just wanted to show this slide, and here you see why TopCon is where it is today. So much manufacturing capacity has been added, and this is in comparison to the other high efficiency technologies. We saw also a presentation from Jinko, and I think that was an interesting slide. Jinko has been always one of the efficiency leaders, a pioneer in the field of TopCon, the first one going into multi-gigawatt production. And here simply you've seen how quickly the efficiencies increase. There is a gap 1 to 2 years between mass production and cell efficiencies, but Jinko believes they will also continue on that path they've been seeing, and that very soon, not long in the future, they will move then directly from TopCon to tandem cells. I think there was also an interesting slide in the JA presentation. JA simply compared the different technologies and also showed here why TopCon is leading with this very high, theoretically, efficiency limit, higher than most others, and also its great cost performance. And here you can also see how much capacities have been announced and how much have been confirmed. But you can also see on the right side that there's quite some advantages going HJT and XBC. And then we had a presentation from Astronergy, and they focused simply on the different dimensions Astronergy is offering several dimensions to serve the customers. You remember there was this slight competition between M10, G12, and to make it easier for the customer, the rectangular cell was invented. Astronergy is was pointing on that and also showing what's available for both rooftop and ground mount systems. Ranergy made one interesting point. They showed actually that how important it is to control the supply chain, with more and more countries taking really also legally care for that. Companies have to comply with supply chains or proper clean supply chains. And Ranergy simply showed how they are doing that straight really from the quartz mine to the solar module. I think this was a very important presentation from DCAM on metallization. They simply showed the new LEF process, which really has the potential to improve efficiency quite a bit. And the process was developed by, or is now owned at least by Q-Cells. I think Marcus Fischer in his later presentation will refer to it a little bit. I think this one is something to watch out. When we were recently in China, everyone was talking exactly about that. Probably the hottest topic in TopCon today. What's also important is our encapsulation. We had Hangzhou first speaking, and we all know that in the beginning there were some issues with reliability of TopCon modules, in particular TopCon glass backsheet modules. While on the glass side, more or less everything was in order, at least not deviating from other technologies. What Hangzhou first showed is that they have a new EVA encapsulation material, which enables you also to work with traditional backsheet CPC technologies. And I think that was it. And let me just quickly lead you through the agenda, what to expect today. Boga, Udaya, can you please share? Perfect. Okay, so what we have today is we have a keynote, but that's coming second because of some scheduling issues. So we start with Trina talking about also rectangular wafer formers. As you know, Trina has been a leader in 210 and also then with rectangular. They will focus on that. The keynote comes second. That will be Marcus Fischer, who's originally working for Q-Cells, but also the steering committee chair of the International Technology Roadmap for PV, and he will give an overview on what has happening and what is expected to happening in the technology field. We will continue with Tongwei, with TW Solar, who's actually probably the most ambitious company that has been working upstream, moving downstream with really incredible expansion plans. We will have Jason tell us more about this. Then we will have Das Solar speaking. Das Solar was also one of the companies that early on jumped on TopCon technology. And then we have with Solar Space, one of the leading cell companies that also recently moved much more into module production. And we will hear Jeremy talk about the characteristics of their bifacial TopCon cells. Then we will come to Jollywood, probably the first company that really bet on TopCon. We will hear their latest update on efficiency improvements. And then we come, next slide, Uday, please, to the equipment manufacturers. I think today also there's a big block on equipment manufacturing. And we will have Laplace speaking on LPCVD, one of the two technologies that's key for deposition, and have then Ottowell talk about metallization, and finally Rena looking into wet etching of the solar cell. Finally, we will have a panel discussion, and since during the first day we had Jinko in a fire chat, so the module manufacturing side, today we really want to focus on manufacturing. A lot of companies have spent a lot of money on manufacturing. We're still at the beginning of the life cycle, I would say, of the commercial evolution of TOPCon. So it will be interesting to discuss with Damien, Joshua, Ning from the equipment manufacturers, what's the perfect design for TOPCon cell and module manufacturing lines. And that will be moderated by my colleague Shravan, who's much deeper into technology than I am.